Welcome back to the 6th Gear Garage. Here we are in mid-December, and it's actually a pretty decent day outside. We're about 30 degrees, so I haven't started my 87 4x4 in a few months. It's been sitting in the driveway now. So I got a fresh battery here, and we're gonna go outside and see how she fires up. I got my dryer sheets in here. I heard this keeps the mice out, so no fresh turds in here. Oh wait, take that back. Well, maybe it just reduces the mice. All right, 22RE. Now if you guys recall, this engine purred real nice the last time I had it running. I did put some stabilizer in the fuel, so I hope that didn't go bad. Hopefully it fires right up. I really love the interior of this truck. Whoa. Fire right up. I'll come back out here on a colder day and give it a cold start test. It's only in the 30s today. Man, it does sound... Oh. I think the exhaust rusted through. Got a definite exhaust leak. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's got a little bit of a shake to it here too. I'm gonna let this warm up for a minute, and I'm gonna pull it in the garage.
So, yeah, I'd say that exhaust is about at the end of its life. I can feel the exhaust coming out here. There's a big crack after the cat. It sure went from sounding good to sounding like crap. I had some extra rust inhibitor left over from my Acura, so I put it on the frame here. Don't be fooled, this frame is not pretty. Here, look at this piece of frame. I'll just pull it right off. Hey, it kind of looks like Ohio. Thanks, Ohio. Hey, speaking of rusty Ohio, I'll put a link in the description to the 6th Gear Garage stickers if you want to support the channel. Free shipping. Or if you just feel sorry for all the rusty stuff I work on. If this frame wasn't rusted and the cab wasn't rotting away, I'd probably restore this truck. Really, the only nice things about this truck are the interior, the bed, and the engine. Well, the engine needs a head gasket, but otherwise, the engine. Man, those valves are loud.
All right, she's warm. Brakes are seized a little bit here. There we go. So even though I haven't had this truck on my channel in a while, I do have a couple videos on this truck. I did a full walk around when I first purchased it, and we looked at the whole truck pretty closely. I'll put a link to that below. And then I have another video where I got the engine running, and I'll put a link to that in the description as well. So the reason I'm doing this today is I have a buyer lined up for this fiberglass bed. So I already pulled the taillights out last week, and I gotta pull this bed liner out, and that will expose the bolts which bolt it to the frame. So this bed is a lot easier to remove than an OEM bed because they got the bolts exposed on the top. So instead of being underneath trying to wrench around the rails of the frame, you got nice room up here. By the way, if you want to see more on this bed, I've got a video comparing this fiberglass bed to this fiberglass bed here on my 85 with the steel insert versus this one, which is all fiberglass. I'll put a link below in the description to that video. So those all came out very easily. I appreciate that whoever installed this used nice stainless hardware that didn't rust. So yeah, just holding the breaker bar in the top there, you're getting something, and loosening the bolt in the bottom, it'll come right out. So now all you gotta do is go back and hopefully just loosen these nuts. And I bet they're gonna come right out. Fingers crossed. Well, that's it. This bed is ready to come off. That was the easiest bed I've ever removed. One more thing I need to do here is on this gas cap filler neck, I have bolted 3 screws holding it on. Let's pull that down through. And if I had another hand, I could pull this off right now because you can see it's ready to go. But instead I'm gonna pause here and we'll check back in once the bed is off. The settler is coming up this weekend and he's gonna help me take it off of this truck and put it on his trailer.
So here's a view from above. You can see it's getting pretty crusty and scaly. Nice hole right here. I'm surprised the spare tire mount still exists. The hardware on most of the trucks around here rusted away long ago. This is only the second Yoda I've owned that still had it. These low-level proportioning valves always get rusty. This one isn't nearly as bad as the one from my 86, where the frame rotted away at the mounting point, so they just zip tied it on. So this frame's getting ugly, but not bad enough to scrap it. There's some life left in it. I do have a plan for this frame. I'm going to do a collaboration build with Mike from the Shop Spot, and it's going to get weird. More on that later. Well, thanks for watching today. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this one. Also, consider subscribing for more how-to videos and project vehicle updates here at the 6th Gear Garage.